Hello guys, today we are going to learn our third part of fifth unit of programming with Python, that is object oriented programming in Python. Okay, and our today's topic is inheritance in Python programming. Okay, so we'll see inheritance. Okay, so what is inheritance? Okay, so inheritance represent the real world relationships well and provides reusability and supports the transitivity. It offers the faster development time, then again easier maintenance and easy to extend. Okay, so inheritance allow us to define a class that inherit all the methods and properties from another class. So here we have inheriting the property of parent class to the child class, that is what we can say base class to the derived class. Okay, so parent class is the class being inherited from, it is also called as base class, and child class is the class that inherits from another class, is also called as derived class. See this example, how to create a parent class. So create a class. So in this example I am creating a parent class, that is person. Okay, and I am creating a constructor using init method. Okay, and again I am creating other method, that is print name. Okay, so I am collecting a name, f name, first name and last name, and I am going to print the first name and last name. When I am going to create an object x and passing the value John and Doe, okay, I am going to call a method through the object of parent class, or we can say base class. So it is directly going to print the name John and Doe. So it is going to print a first name and last name. So next, how to create a child class. Here according to previous example, we have already created a parent class person. Okay, same example. Okay, then again I am going to create a child class, that is student, and I am inheriting the parent class person with the child class student, and I am not writing anything in a child class. I am just creating an object through the child class. So x, and assigning the class name, that is student, and I am just passing the parameter Mike and Olsen. Okay, when I am calling a method using the object of child class, that is x dot print name, so it is directly going to call the method of parent class print name. Okay, and it is going to print the first name and last name, that is Mike and Olsen. Okay, so through the object of child class you can access the method of parent class. Okay, now just a minute. Now what we can say, use a initial function. Okay, so we want to add the init function in the child class. Okay, so init function is called automatically every time the class is being to be used to create a new object. When you add the init function, the child class will no longer inherit the parent init function. Okay, so it is going to override. So child init function is override the inheritance of the parent init function. Okay, to keep the inheritance of parent init function, you have to call the parent init function in child class. So we'll see in this example. Okay, so we have created a parent class, that is person, and creating the constructor of parent class using init function. Okay, then we have assigning the parameters f name and last name. Then we are again creating a second method, that is print name. Okay, then again we are creating second class student, and also we are created what we can say constructor for the student class using init function. Okay, in base class, sorry, we can say derived class. And again, if you want to access the value of particular parent class, okay, so you have to again specify the init method in a derived class. Okay, so I am going to specify the name of class, that is person dot, and directly specifying the init method of that parent class. Okay, so when I am going to create an object of a second class, that is student, and passing the parameter Praveen Rohidas Patil, okay, and I am going to call a method print name, so it is directly going to call the method of parent class and is going to print a name, first name and last name. Okay, next, use super function. Python also has a super function that will make the child class inherit all the methods and properties from its parents. By using the super function, you do not have to use the name of parent element, it is automatically inherit all the methods and properties from its parents. So when we are considering the same example which we have seen in previous slide. Okay, same example, but here we are specifying super instead of directly parent class name. Okay, so in C, the base class student, here it is going to create a constructor for that particular base class, and now I am going to initialize or we can say call a init call a constructor of that particular parent class. So we have to I am just directly going to specify the super function and directly specify the method. Okay, so it is directly going to give an access of parent class to the child class. Okay, when we are creating an object of second class and passing the passing values for the specific parameter and just calling a method of parent class, so it is going to execute or we can say access the method of parent class using a child class object, and it is going to print the result Mike Olsen. Okay, then again we will see how to add a properties. Okay, so we have already created a parent class, that is person. Okay, then again we are creating a what we can say child class. Here we have already initialized the parent or we can say constructor in a child class. Okay, now we are adding a property. So here when I am specifying self dot graduation year is equals to 2019. Okay, so it is going to add this property into the parent class. Okay, so first name, last name and graduation year. So graduation year is going to add, or we can say this property is going to add it into the parent class. Okay, when we are accessing the value, that is x, we are creating the object of what we can say parent class. Okay, child class, and we are passing the values Mike and Olsen. So it is accessing it is uses this parameter, and when we are printing the x dot graduation year, okay, so it is directly going to print the graduation year. So it is also a property of a parent class, so that's why it is going to print a 2019. Okay, then how to add a method? Likely when you are adding a property, you are able to add a method to a parent class. Okay, so here after see this example, after self dot graduation year is equals to 19 means we are after adding a property, when you are specifying again another method, that is welcome method. Okay, so here you are specifying print statement, that is welcome self dot first name, self dot last name to the class of, and after you are specifying self dot graduation year. So here it is going to print a welcome message. Okay, when you are creating an object of a child class, that is x, and passing the parameters Mike, Olsen and 2019. Okay, so graduation year is now here we are adding property in student class also using student class. Okay, that is graduation year to the parent class. Okay, so we are passing three parameters, and afterwards when we are going to call a method welcome, so it is going to print this message, that is welcome Mike Olsen to the class of 2019. Okay, so it is going to print a graduation year, that is 2019. So this way you can add the method to a parent class using a child class. Next is categories of inheritance. So basically inheritance is broadly categorized into 5 types, that is single inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance and multiple inheritance. So we'll see how to what are these types. The first one is single inheritance, means we have already seen this example. Okay, we are what we can say, inherit the property of parent class to the child class. This is called a single inheritance. Okay, see this example here, same example, we are using parent class and child class. Okay, when we are creating the object of child class and accessing the value, or we can say method of parent class, so it is going to be executed. So it is directly going to print that this function is belongs to parent class, and again when we are calling a method which is specified in a child class, then it is going to print the message this function is belongs to the child class. Second is multiple inheritance, when a class can be derived from a more than a one base class. This type of inheritance is called a multiple inheritance, means we can say that a child is having many parent. Okay, or we can say many parent class, inherited from a many parent class. So it is called as multiple inheritance. All features of base classes are inherited into the derived class. So here class mother and father are two parent classes, and that classes are inherited in the child class, that is son. Okay, now here we are directly going to create an object of son class, and we are accessing or we can say passing the parameters for father name and mother name, that is Ram and Sita. When we are calling a method parent which is specified, okay, in a derived class, okay, then it is going to directly print the value of that particular parameter, that is Ram and Sita. Mother name is Ram, sorry, father name is Ram and mother name is Sita. Okay, so it is directly going to print, but father name and mother name are the parameters belongs to what we can say, parent class. Okay, so we are just passing the parameters to the parent class, and through the method which is defined in a child class, through that particular method we are directly going to print the value of that particular variable, or we can say parameters which is already specified in a parent class. Okay, so this way you can what we can say, inherit the multiple parent classes into a single child class. Next is multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, the features of the base class and the derived class are further inherited into the new derived class. This is similar to the relationship representing a child and a grandfather, that is parent class is inherited with the intermediary class, and intermediary class is again inherit into the derived class. So indirectly A is inherited in with the derived class. Okay, so all the properties of class A is available to the class C, that is called as multi-level inheritance. So see here, see this example here, class grandfather is inherited with the class father, and class father is inherited with the class son. But when we are creating an object of son and passing the parameters and accessing the value of grandfather class, okay, so it is directly going to print the value, it is directly allow what we can say, derived class to access the value of parent class. Okay, because of multiple inheritance, so that's why it is going to print the grandfather, father name and son name. Okay, so I hope everybody will get idea. Okay, next is hierarchical inheritance. In hierarchical inheritance, there are single parent class and having many child classes. It is inherited with the many child classes, 2 or more child classes. Okay, so when more than one derived class is created from a single base class, then this type of inheritance is called as hierarchical inheritance. So we'll see this example. We have created a parent class, okay, Then we are creating child 1 and child 2. These are the derived classes, and we have inherited the parent class with both the child. And when we are creating the what we can say object of both child class, that is object 1 and object 2, and accessing the method of parent class, that is function 1, using first child class object, then it is going to print the message of parent class. Then again it is calling a self method, that is function 2 of child 1, that is first child class method. Then it is going to print this is function this function is belongs to a child 1. Okay, then again you are using the object of you are creating what we can say you are uses the object of second child class and calling the method of parent class. Then it is again going to print the message this function is belong to parent class. Okay, and again when you are calling the method which is already specified in child 2 what we can say second child class, then it is going to print the message this function is belongs to the second child. Okay, so this way you can apply hierarchical inheritance in Python. Next is hybrid inheritance. So inheritance consisting of multiple types of inheritance is called as hybrid. So it is collection of any type, that is or we can say single, it is a collection of single inheritance and multiple inheritance, multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance. So that combination is also called as hybrid inheritance. So we can't specify which or we can't specifically design a hybrid inheritance diagram. Okay, it can't be a combination of multiple types. Okay, so see this example here. The school is a parent class. Student 1 inherited the value of parent class, that is school. Student 2 is also inherited the value of parent class, that is school here. Okay, so this is an example of what we can say hierarchical inheritance. Okay, one child class, one parent class and many child class. Okay, it is derived in a many child class. But see this class student 3, here we have inherited from student 1 also and school also. So this is an example of what we can say multiple inheritance. So it is a combination of hierarchical and multiple inheritance. Okay, when we are creating a object of a student class, okay, and student 3 class, and when we are accessing the method function 1 and function 2, then it is going to print what we can say it is going to print the print statement of method 1, that is this function is belong to a school, and afterward it is going to print the method 2 which is belong to a student 1 class. Okay, this function is belongs to a student what we can say student 1 class. Okay, so this way hierarchy or we can say hybrid inheritance can be implemented in a Python. So this is it with this videos, guys. Okay, here our third part of fifth chapter is over, and in next session we are going to see the last part of our fifth unit. Thank you, guys.